This is Down to the Wire 513.
Oh, fly me a red.
Yo, Down to the Wire 513, episode 218.
What's up, bro?
We back.
What's going on, brother?
Back in the building.
Hey, man.
Turn up. It's probably my favorite part.
Air horns. Hey, man.
You know, because I made, I was cheering for it for so long.
He just pressured me and just having it on the part of the intro now.
It's only right.
How y'all doing, feeling, man, with this apocalypse it's supposed to be coming tomorrow?
Yeah, right? Blizzard of the decade, right? Blizzard of the century or some shit going on, but
Well,
exaggerating, but nah.
If you look at Kroger, hey,
Yeah, if you go to the grocery store and you shit on the shelf, so
man.
But nah, man. Staying safe, staying indoors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all brothers doing the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if y'all don't have to leave the house tomorrow, anybody, y'all don't have to leave the house tomorrow. If you're in the Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest.
Everybody getting hit. I hear Michigan getting hit hard too. Michigan and Cleveland.
Man, so yeah, if you're the Midwest, stay indoors tomorrow, man.
Stay indoors, stay safe, stay warm.
Yep, stay warm.
Hey, the Washington Commanders.
Man, I mean,
that's
all right. It's all right. I mean, I'm still I know it's gonna be time to still call them the Redskins, but
it came out of nowhere too. They ain't even they was doing like a name contest and it just kind of died off and they just boom.
But no, they said it was gonna come around this time of year. They did.
Commanders, all right.
Well, it just got.
I like it though.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
They picked the worst time because you got Super Bowl going on. I mean, I probably wasn't expecting Brady to retire or the Flores stuff happening, but it's like everybody talking about Super Bowl right now. So
they should the week after this, like a week after Super Bowl, maybe.
They should have stayed the Washington football team.
Yeah, football team was cool. Everybody started to get used to that. I liked it. I don't think the Commanders is bad either, though. It kind of filled the city. I don't think it's bad. I don't like the 3 syllables. That's one thing I will say about it. Like you gotta be Commanders. Like
Redskins.
You gotta think.
You're right.
You gotta think 49ers. We call them Niners, right?
Yeah.
Any team with like 3 syllables, we got shorten. Except for what we're gonna call the Commanders.
The commands, I guess.
The comms, like what the fuck? All these.
No, you can't do that. That's commies. You're getting the commies.
I don't know what we're gonna call them, bro. I don't know, but I like the name in general. But
I'm gonna probably still call them the Redskins. Y'all correct me on the show for that at least once every 2 weeks.
Washington, Washington over there. We call them Washington.
No, just the point. I got over the Redskins. I'm gonna say call them the football team. It's like updated Commanders.
I was just calling them the football team now, but I guess we could say Washington Commanders. I guess we got to get used to that. I guess.
Yeah, the Mandos. That's my brother Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Mandos, I like that. That's the man. I like that. Mandos.
This is Down to the Wire 513, man. Make sure you give us a follow. Everything Down to the Wire 513. Just Google is an easy way to find us. Let's go and jump right into it, man. It's a lot going on in the NFL, including that name change. But we're gonna hit the big topic first, man. Brian Flores is suing the NFL. Says that there's racism, discrimination in the hiring process when it comes to hiring minority head coaches. We talked about it a little bit yesterday in our React video, which I can check out on our YouTube channel.
Check it out. So last video, but last long video. Check it out.
Last long video. I like that, man.
He was all over the media this morning, man. Good Morning America, Get Up. He was a little everywhere this morning.
Making his rounds, man. He's doing the right thing though, getting out there.
So yeah, like I said, we touched on it a little bit yesterday, but now we're about to dive a little deeper into it. So after y'all heard his conversation this morning, what y'all think of the lawsuit?
I'm here for it. He's like, I love the game, and this could cost me my ability to coach in the future. And essentially, it gets into a situation where, I have to show that we ain't really got a shot. They just interview and they already got their guy before it even ends. So why interview me? You know what I'm saying? That they're not really giving black guys a shot. I made a point, I think, on the reaction video saying that the NFL's 90% black, but I think it came back to like 72, 73, something like that. And to have one black head coach, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, so kind of what Rand you said off air, like you want them to want to hire some of these black guys because they're good coaches. That we proved it, but we just need a fair shot at the job.
Boy.
You know, I know they mad at Bill Belichick. The boys club is like, Bill, what's up, baby?
Let the cat out the bag, Bill. Let the cat out the bag, brother.
On purpose. He don't like the Giants. I'm telling you.
Think
Yes. Go for it, bro. Go for it, brothers.
Yeah, man. Obviously, the Rooney Rule is bullshit. 'Cause like as I said in the React video, man, the coaches can hire who they want to hire with. They just doing this. They just interviewing the guys, like I said, so they apply with the Rooney Rule, and that's a big problem. That's a big problem, man. I mean, the NFL, they tried to incentivize the hiring of a minority coach by giving teams more draft picks. If you lose a minority head coach to another team, becomes a head coach somewhere else, but that rule ain't worth a damn. And then it's just funny, just going to this Brian Flores thing. Like, he got offered to tank with the Miami Dolphins, and it's like, okay, if I'm $100 grand a game, and it's like if I'm tanking, who else is going to hire me? Like, y'all, first of all, that gives y'all in the public's eye, that gives y'all a right to fire me, and it's not fair for the players who bust their ass like to make the squad. Like, they got out here, they said doing practice 4 or 5 days a week, how it used to be, busting their ass, trying to make a living for themselves, and we out here tanking and losing games, ultimately cost them their job. So it runs. It's
on purpose. That's crazy to me. Like,
the craziest part.
Yeah, that's the craziest part. Like, I think the NFL, somebody should be suing if I was a fan, I'd be doing some type of lawsuit to sue the team.
If that does come out to be true, yeah, he got to sell immediately. He has to. And I found it funny. Like, one of the teams who was mentioned in the lawsuit was the Broncos, and I'm saying that they're up for sale.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe something's there. But before we go deep further, just get your thoughts on what Flores said this morning.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm behind him 100%, man. In watching, I watched the full interview on the Get Up. I watched most of the interview on Good Morning America, and heard a lot of other stuff too. Listening to him, it sounds like he's telling the truth to me. Like, I wanted to hear him talk about it and hear it, like, hear his detail and hear, like, kind of the way he kind of framed it. And he sounded like he's telling the truth to me. And I think everything he said is true. He said, Greeny asked him, like, what do you, some of these teams are already coming out saying this is not true. And he was saying, like, nah, I'm not even going to argue with them. I'm just saying I stand by the truth. I wouldn't make this kind of stuff up, which I believe him. It's ridiculous, man. And like I was saying off here, I don't know where we're going to get with this, because it's like what we want is we want the coaches, we want the owners to actually want to hire black coaches. We don't want them to be forced into it. It kind of feel like what's happening. Like, we feel like we have to force them to even interview us at this point, which they're doing it for the Rooney Rule, which is some BS, but they're being forced to interview us, and now I feel like we're actually trying to force them to hire us, which is just kind of like, hey, we want to be hired, but we want to be hired because we're qualified for the job, not because we're black. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I don't know if these owners that we have currently in the NFL are actually ever going to want black coaches. So I think the changes has to come from the top down, man. They have to get some black owners in there. NFL could do something very big right now. Like you mentioned, the Broncos up for sale. They need to make sure it's a minority owner, man. Put it flat out. They need to make sure that team is sold to a minority owner. There are several qualified people that can get groups together that are minority-driven groups that could be, the first minority owner in the NFL. We have one in the NBA, Michael Jordan. We don't have any in the NFL, which I think is going to be the big way to start. There's nobody sitting at that table that looks like us and that's familiar with people like us. So, that's the reason they don't want us. They don't want us there. So I think it starts there.
Facts. Yep.
Mike made a good point. Like he goes in 3 years, turns a losing program into a winning program, and they treat him like he's not worth it. And yeah, that like I said, Dolphins was irrelevant before he got there. Back to back winning seasons, and you get rid of him. Like what coach has ever been fired after back to back winning seasons?
And make it sound like he said, he thinks the ultimate reason he wasn't brought back is because he didn't do the tank job they wanted him to do back in 2019. We're talking about this off air as well, T. I believe that he was actually tank in 2019. If you look at the landscape in 2019, who was the number one quarterback coming out of the draft? Joe Burrow. Where is he at right now?
Sure.
The motherfucking Super Bowl. So I mean, I get why the owner wanted him to try to tank to get that player, but it's not the right thing to do, bro. It's not the right.
Tanking is never
not the right thing to do.
Tanking on purpose is never good.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Flores is saying, the game has given him so much in his life. He would not want to cheat the game like that. And that's just, we talk about this on the pod all the time. Cheating the game is the ultimate sin, man. You cannot cheat the game, no matter what you do, man. So if that is true, which I believe it is true, the owner, I don't know the name of the owner of the Dolphins, but he should be made to sell the team immediately. Same with the owner of the Cleveland Browns. Hugh Jackson said similar things happen in Cleveland. Sell these teams, man. Make these owners sell these teams. Get them up out of here.
And my thing, man, I just want to go back to like that draft class with Joe Burrow, man. I want all the media pundits to come out and they owe the Cincinnati Bengals an apology, because what was they saying about the Bengals during that draft class when they had the one pick?
You don't want to go there, Joe.
Quarterbacks come here to die.
Yep.
Don't nobody want to come play in Cincinnati.
They were saying that. And it was Carson Palmer.
It was a
lot Carson Palmer
of them saying the environment is better down in Miami. But now look at Miami.
Yeah, man, they were actually encouraging Joe Burrow to
pull a Eli Manning.
To pull a Eli.
Yeah.
And say I will not play in Cincinnati. Total BS, man.
So between being offered $100,000 a tank, he also in the lawsuit he's saying how he interviewed with the Denver Broncos and basically how they came in. They was lit. Like I guess they had a few drinks the night before. They showed up late to the meeting. I don't really think you can do much with that, like in a lawsuit like this. I mean, I guess just to have out there. It just shows unprofessionalism. But I don't think it's really much that can come of that. Just more like head coaches.
It just kind of shows that. It just shows that they would never treat his white counterpart like that. Basically, is what that shows. Like they would never be late to a Bill Belichick, a white person that was under Bill Belichick that was coming into the interview with them. Even though
Josh McDaniels,
even though I believe Flores worked for Belichick as well, but like a white, I guess another thing. Like he was in these top franchises. Like, why was this guy not getting these opportunities? It makes no sense. No sense at all. But I think that kind of goes to show that they wouldn't treat his white counterparts like that.
Facts, they would.
Nope.
The Bill Belichick's text, like I think that's obviously going to be his biggest, as of right now, his biggest evidence that he has. Like I said, Bill Belichick's texting him saying, "Oh, I think they want you. I think they're going to hire you." He was texting Brian. He meant to talk. He was texting Brian.
He thought he was
Abdul, however you ever say the dude name, who ended up being the Giants' new head coach, former offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. But he's texting Brian Flores, and Flores informed him, "I ain't even interviewed with him yet."
Right.
Him yet.
And Bill said, "Hey, my bad, I messed this up.
My bad, I fucked up." Yeah. Yes, you did.
I messed up, guys. Man, sure.
That just goes to show that there is. It's like Flores said this too. We all thought that there was like a secret, group chat out there, or a secret, secret group of people communicating about us out there. This just confirmed that it's true, man. There is a club, and we ain't a part of that shit. They don't want us to be a part of that shit. We're not a part of that shit. There is a boys club, and they all there. They all there, they all talking, and I think that goes. I think the coaches and not coach. I think the owners they probably all got a group chat. I honestly got a group chat together, and they probably all just like, who you want? Who do you want to hire? Who do you want to hire? I want to hire this guy. I want to hire this. They probably always go through, take the pick. I believe it was like
That's
that.
some slave shit, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
some slave shit.
yeah, bro. I believe it honestly is, man. And every once in a while, they're probably like, all right, it's time for one of these black guys to get a chance. It's your turn to pick one, so you got to go ahead and take one. You know, your turn. You're up. Philly, gear up, or you're up.
What?
Right now nobody, but Pittsburgh, which is another thing. Is one owner right now. It's the owner, one black coach, and it's the owner for the fucking Roonies. Made a fucking rule. Makes no fucking sense, man. It's ridiculous, bro.
My thing is, Jerry Jones came out today and said, "Of course, we can be better." No shit.
No shit, bro.
It's one black. You got one black head coach in the league right now. No shit. You can be better. It's only 3 black GMs in the league. So ultimately, man, what do y'all think? Just prediction like that. It's only the beginning. Ultimately, what y'all think is going to be the ultimate outcome of this? And will Brian Flores be ever coach again in the NFL?
I don't know the outcome, but I don't think he'll ever coach again. He might get a shot, but it's gonna be a shitty shot.
It's gonna be already a sinking ship.
Yeah, like.
Now, I mean, they're saying that New Orleans is still very interested. They're saying he's one of the finalists for that job, but right now, I don't think he's going to get a job in the NFL. As far as how this is going to end, man, I don't know. I think it's probably going to end in him getting an undisclosed amount of money.
Yeah, that too. He might get another NFL shot, but he might have to take a college gig first.
I mean, it's fair because like when he got let go from Miami, like everyone expected like he was the hottest coaching candidate. Everyone was saying he should have been one of the first 2 coaches off the market, and the fact that everybody else is hiring these other guys after because coming off 2 winning seasons, like I said, it's bullshit.
I thought for sure he would Chicago would give him a shot, man.
I do think
a black coach
he'll ultimately end up coaching again. It'll be a while, but I do think he'll end up back in the NFL. Like I said, he's just confirming what we all knew, and the fact that he got support from former head coaches like Hugh Jackson, Marvin Lewis came out and said something that they experienced something like that. So it just confirms what we already knew.
It's crazy, man. It's insane, bro. Marvin Lewis, he's able to stay around a long time with not doing too good. So, I don't know. If he was offered money to tank, though, then hey, that's a whole nother story.
Mike Brown been tanking for years, and he didn't even need it.
Yeah, Mike Brown cheap though. So he offered you money to tank, man. That's something.
I'll say that. That's Mike Brown's form of tanking. He's just being cheap.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you want to pay him that much? Nah, we're gonna let him go ahead and walk. Let's lowball a shit out of him. Let's make him feel insulted.
But I know we just shitting on Mike Brown, but we can't shit on him now, man. His team is in the Super Bowl.
Bengals.
Cincinnati Bengals are in the Super Bowl, baby. It's crazy.
Can't believe it. Never thought I'd see the day. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to the city. I'm ecstatic. I gotta say, I'm excited. Coming from BG, and you can speak to this T, they hate us up there. So I used to have I'm a Cowboys fan, but I had the Bengals hat and stuff because I'm a Cincinnati guy first. At the end of the day, so I always had all the Cincinnati gear, whatever was Cincinnati, I'm wearing it, and they used to hate us. And they was like, man, look at us now, because we used to really ain't have nothing much to say.
Be embarrassed how I sat wearing Bengals. Like, man, I ask some questions about my team, bro.
What was y'all thinking, man? Just watching that game.
Well, I thought it was over, really, but Patrick Mahomes choked.
For real.
He got so tight in the second half. It was a lot of it was the coaching fault. Bahimi, he definitely ain't getting a job because that second half was pathetic.
Hey,
I ain't saying he don't deserve it because it was only one game, but still, he ain't getting a job. We got to be perfect.
But is it on him or is it on
Both. Actually, probably 60% Patrick Mahomes and 40% coach, because I mean Patrick Mahomes he got tight. He wasn't making plays no more.
That
But Joe Burrow got it, man. He give you that and I'm not calling him Tom Brady, but he got that something Tom Brady in him where it's like it's gonna work out for this guy. You're like, I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it's gonna work out.
what do you think about it? What do you think about the game, Rand?
Nah, it was a good game, man. I ain't gonna lie, I did think it was over. After the first half, after they came out, the offense for Kansas City was on fire. I thought it was over. I thought the Bengals, of course, last week I called the Chiefs to win anyway. So, I didn't expect the Bengals to win after the first half performance. I thought it was over. But like Doc said, second half, the defense turned up. Pat Mahomes was doing a little bit too much, man. I don't know what he was. They did the same thing. He said, at least the defense was doing like some of the same things on defense, where just I don't know. I guess they did it better because he had nowhere to go with the ball. They took Tyreek out the long game, and they kind of forced Pat to kind of scramble around, and he looked like he was lost out there, man. So I don't know if it's his read defenses ain't as good as we thought it was, or what it is, but he definitely looked lost out there. So, but shout out to the Bengals, man. Came back, and then also in the overtime, I thought it was over, bro. When in the overtime, I'm like, yeah, game over. Chiefs won the toss. Over, bro. Happened again. I'm like, same thing happened last week. Happened again this week.
I was about to say we better get on here. We better complain about the overtime rule again. It's like Joe Burrow didn't even get to touch the rock.
What look at Shannon Sharp today. He said, "Oh look, the defense can get a stop." What I say? Yeah. I'm okay with it. Get a stop. I'm here for. But I do see the other side. But that does show a stop can be made.
Should have the first one that Eli Apple dropped, but
I'm feeling bad for Eli Apple, man.
Yeah,
the cup is gonna be steaming. He got we'll get into that. We'll get into that more so next week. But the cup gonna be steaming. Eli Apple gonna have his hands full on February 13th. That's all I can say.
But yeah, he dropped one that could have been end of the game with a pick six, but defense came through, man. I want to say Pat Mahomes just stunk it out. I'm gonna give defense credit. The defense came through.
Shout out to the Bengals.
I think the Bengals won this game back in week 17.
You think so?
Because the way it played out was the exact way they beat the Chiefs the first time. They was down 11 going in start the second half. They had to come back. Oh
man, I didn't even talk about it. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they came back, started the second half down 11. Like I said, Mahomes, they got out big. Like I said, first half everybody thought it was over in both games. Like it was just so much similar. And obviously the key for me, in the second game was obviously the play before halftime.
Yes. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. That was they tried to disrespect them.
And that's where like I mean obviously your coach is gonna say and Reed said I could have called a better play, but Mahomes, he's a decision maker. You gotta score. You gotta spike the rock. Like you gotta know how much time you got left. And he admitted I got greedy.
He got greedy.
Looking like it was like a deer in the headlights, bro.
And that play was huge for the Bengals momentum going in the second half. It's like, okay, we got to stop now. We know we can stop these boys now. Even though it didn't like the whole first half. That them stopping on right before halftime was huge for them.
That was beginning and end for the Chiefs. That was the turning point right there. The whole game.
And then you got to put Joey B away. If like you have to, like he a guy like you like I said, it's almost Tom Brady-esque. Like if there's time left on the clock, you just feel he can do something. He's gonna do something.
You heard what I said. He got the Tom Brady in him. He ain't Tom, but bro, you just like he can make it happen.
He got that clutch gene in him, bro.
Well, he and Tom do share this fact. They're the only person to beat Mahomes in Arrowhead Stadium.
That's crazy.
In the playoffs?
In the playoffs, yeah.
He did this in his first playoff run, bro. That's crazy, man. Shout out Joey B, man. Joey Bird.
With no offensive line, man.
That's what's even crazier, bro. If we get an O-line, look out for the Bengals, man. Never thought I'd say that shit.
KD said he bringing a couple to the city.
Get it. Let's get it. I'm with it, man.
Shout out to the whole coaching staff, man. Zach Taylor, I know he took a lot of heat from everybody for his first 2 seasons.
I know I
Nuts.
called for his head,
Nuts.
and he
Nuts.
earned it. He earned that criticism as well. So I'm not taking it back, but I'm happy he got it together.
Even at the beginning of this season, I was like, man, all right, let's get him out of here. But now, man, shout out to Zach
for giving the game ball game time, man. First black bar in Cincinnati. That's the first one to receive a game ball. I know he's receiving a lot of heat about not giving up black-owned ball or game ball, but they finally got one this Sunday. Shout out to game time and Mount Healthy, man.
Nice.
Let's go. I got a Mount Healthy shirt on today. Let's go, man. Come on, man. You know what it is.
All right, we ain't gonna make our Super Bowl predictions this week. We're gonna save all that for next week's show. Nfc Championship Game, another rematch at the end of the regular season. Rams 49ers.
Shout out to OBJ, man. He had a big game. It was.
Go ahead.
Oh, he breaking up. Are you muted, bro?
Can you hear me?
Okay,
yeah. I said the game was. I had an inadvertent click on my laptop. That's so. It was okay. I mean, Jimmy G. He did what Jimmy G does when he finally gets you there. We don't even know how he got you there. Then he, throws the game away. Good game, I guess. I wasn't upset about it.
My thing is, for the 49ers, man, they didn't learn from the Super Bowl run. I mean, obviously there's no there's no proper reason per se to say like, yes, let's get rid of Garoppolo, but after that Super Bowl run, you didn't win it with him. The following year, they didn't even make the playoffs. Like you had to look for an upgrade at quarterback. I get you draft Trey Lance, but that's a rookie. You don't trust every rookie doesn't come in and be that. So I thought they should have used their draft pick. Looking at it now, to get a quarterback. Because like I said, that was the difference in the game. Like Garoppolo just can't make the plays to win you games when you need him to.
I can't believe Bill Belichick was trying to get Tom out of there for the dude. Like that's crazy. That's a whole nother story.
Man, he ain't terrible. He'll just miss those. Well, you can. You just have to be elite everywhere else, like everywhere else, man. You can't miss anywhere else because he's not really that bad. He just misses those easy throws that win the game for you. He'll miss them.
He's serviceable.
Yeah, he's serviceable. But you just have to have everything go right for you and everything go wrong for them. It's unfortunate for them. You can tell he isn't elite, which ain't terrible. He just isn't elite, man. And unfortunately for them, they went. I think they should have drafted Justin Fields. I think I said that last week. They should have drafted Justin Fields. Because I don't think Trey Lance is going to be it either. But we shall see, man. Jimmy G's already, him and his agents are already talking with the team. They're already trying to get a team together to get up out of there, to get a trade partner for him.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. I think he knows it. His agent knows it. The team knows it. I don't know if they're 100% sold on Trey Lance, but hope they are because time is now. Because Jimmy out of there, unless they, plan on getting somebody else. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know.
After all that beef between those friends, well, I wouldn't say not franchise, the city. You think the city will welcome you with open arms?
Shit, they want to win a Super Bowl. They better. If they want to win a Super Bowl, they would. Shit.
Yeah, now you know fans fickle. You know that.
Yeah.
They get Aaron Rodgers, man. They'll flip it like that.
Love you so much, man. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good game though. Shout out to the Rams. That defense is serious.
I wouldn't even say like Matt Stafford did enough to win the game.
He almost gave it away too.
Too much.
if Tart make that, like I said, he made that interception, that might have been the game. We would have had a rematch. Bengals could have got their revenge, but
Rams are human.
they are. What that offense is.
Yeah, offense and even the defense though, because y'all saw Jalen Ramsey tweeted Tom got his last touchdown on him. He got burnt. Defense human too. The defense be able to big plays as well, but you just gotta hit the right players on them, man, because it's very hard to beat them because they have elite players almost everywhere. So you gotta hit, every mistake they make, you gotta capitalize on it.
Man, cannot wait for this Super Bowl. It's gonna be a interesting matchup. Like I said, we'll dive into that all next week. Break down the matchups. Break down the game next week. Can't wait to talk about it. But shout out to the LA Rams.
I know what I'm ready to talk about the biggest story of the weekend.
That's the thing, man.
Shout out to Zach Taylor, his protege, teacher versus student.
The biggest. Is it time to talk about the biggest story of the weekend?
I thought we already talked about the biggest story of the weekend. That's what led off the show.
Oh no, the Commanders. Yeah, right. That was the funniest story of the weekend. Man, well, I guess not the weekend. I guess it was more like Monday. TB 12 with the official announcement.
Good riddance, Tom.
He knew what it is. He was being funny. See it pop right up on the screen. He knew what time it was. Good riddance. You ready? You was ready to see time go, huh?
I respect Graves at the end of the day. We touched on it a little bit on last week's show. I don't think he should have came back. It's nothing more he could have played for. So it's about time for him to walk away.
Shannon Sharp was watching the Undisputed. Like I said, we always shout out the other show. We watch everybody's stuff. He made a good point. And it made me go back and listen to some of the stuff he was saying in his post-game interview. Tom Brady was saying things like, "I'm satisfied. We're not. This journey doesn't always end with a championship." And you're like,
it doesn't.
But that's not Tom Brady, though.
Yeah, you talking about?
Yeah. So once Shannon Sharp said that, I went back and listened. I'm like, man, this sounds real retire-ish. Like, I'm good. Nobody's gonna really catch this record. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I don't have to win another one right now. He done lost, and he's like, I'm satisfied with this season. You what? But great career, Tom. It's gonna be hard to see you go. He's already said he's gonna need therapy because it's hard to watch a game when you like, look, bro, I'm better than that person still right now.
But last week outside, man, I'm way better than this guy.
Yeah, but you know what? It's the Kobe thing. They got the same issue. I could probably still do it, but I'm not with the grind anymore to do it. I don't want to grind anymore. Because to be great, you're missing out on family. You up 5 a.m., clocking out at 9 p.m. You know what I mean? So
that and they would have 2 points. Well, I get the overall just what you were saying. But Kobe coming back to the Lakers wasn't done him no good. We were terrible.
Oh, for sure. But if he was still in that mode, he just comes back and hoops. But he's like, he didn't want to do it no more. And when, if you look at the mentality, I think TB and Kobe has some of the same mentalities, Mamba mentality style, where it's like, if I can't do this the right way, I'm just not gonna do it. Great career. I can't wait to see who the next Tom Brady is. And I don't mean that in the sense of, that anybody's gonna be as good as him, because you're gonna have to play a long time to top that. But it'll be interesting to see who the next Tom Brady is. Is it Patrick Mahomes? Is it Joe Burrow? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Go ahead, Ryan.
It's a great career, man. I think if Tom was single, I think he'll play probably till he's 50. But the family.
Yes, Rand, you are right. You are right, bro.
Wifey on him, I think wifey hijacked his phone and probably text Adam Schefter like, "Yo, he retiring. Put that out there, man. This nigga is done. Put it out there, so he can't retract it. Put it out there." But now, man, it was a great career though. Shout out Tom. He had nothing to prove. Like I said last week, he finished, I think, on top of his game. He's playing. He led the league in touchdowns and yards. You can't really beat that, man. Even Jordan, when he went out, he wasn't on top of the game. When he came back around the second time. on top of the game. You know, Tom went out on top. You know, leading in the categories that matter. So, shout out to him, man. Went out on top, did it the right way.
Is Brady done though? Yeah, I mean, because obviously, NFL training camp is a long ways away, and that around that, like I said, I know that I said he can get therapy, but that time start coming around, he may get that itch, and we seen quarterback Brett Favre who didn't come in, didn't play no training camp,
True,
and came in and looked serviceable. Brett Favre didn't look great, but he wasn't bad. He wasn't terrible either.
definitely one of the worst quarterback in the league. But nah, I think Tom's done.
You can, I think so too. He ain't gonna cheat the game like that. Not to say that Brett Favre was necessarily cheating the game.
Kind of was.
yeah. Like I don't want to say that I don't like that. I like Brett Favre. He's not.
I like Brett Favre too, though. But yeah, he was milking that shit.
But it's hard to. He's not gonna do that to the team because he wants to win. And coming back, and you can't. You build a team around Tom Brady, but let's say they got some black quarterback that can run. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm saying. The roster is going to look completely different, and he knows that he's not going to cheat the game like that.
Roster, the playbook, everything will be completely different.
And he's a winner. So if he was to come back, we'll find out within the next month. But he ain't coming back. Not this season. Now, if I wouldn't be surprised. I think he's done, but I wouldn't be surprised if he took a year off and was like, "Hey, I want to do this one more time." He ain't coming back he's not coming back training camp though. I wouldn't be surprised about that though.
Now that I want to, I will give him a better opportunity to get it around this year.
I wouldn't recommend it. I'm with you. I wouldn't recommend it, but I think it's more likely he takes a year off.
A year off at 44. Sheesh.
Or people are saying that he does go and do the Jordan thing.
No, but I think that's more likely than him coming back this year, though. I would agree with that, Doc. I don't see him coming back this year, though. I think
his wifey, man. She own him.
Not going, bro. She's not going.
She it's exactly what you said. If he was single, he'd keep playing. But like every time he get hit, he's getting up, babe.
Right. Every time he get up in the morning to go to the gym or anything, she's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you don't need to. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
You don't have to do this anymore.
Like, what are you doing?
And he said it though. She's like, she hates seeing me get hit now, and
yeah, he old as shit, man. Like, he gotta go sit his ass down somewhere.
Well, that and the team matters. Like, this ain't the same Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that won a Super Bowl last year. Like, this is a complete turnover. Yeah, injuries can't happen, and they said, I'm coming back. Like, I need to throw the guys. Like, I can't carry like no name guys no more. I'm past that. I'm over that. I'm old. Like, give me guys. And he's seen their offensive line is terrible. That's another reason. I think that played another factor in his retirement. The offensive line was terrible. It's like they don't. He must, like I said, everyone basically signed on a 1-year deal to come to run the team back. Because honestly, I think he should have retired last year, but they said every time on a 1-year deal, ran the team back, see what can happen.
Yeah, I think he
had a good shot to win it. I mean, I don't go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think last year he wanted to finish I think he wanted to do one more year in New England to be done last year, honestly, but they fucked that up.
Because ultimately, I think he did what he wanted to do. Because obviously everybody was saying, "Oh, he can't win without Belichick." He went out and got one. That's why like if he would have retired after Super Bowl, it's like, okay, cool. I went out here, I won one without Belichick. Shut all you up, all haters up. And they serious.
I got a question now. Would y'all rather him have done that, or have done what he did this year and came back this one year? Went out the way he did.
I know. Doc as a fan, he loves it. He wanted Brady another year
for sure. But like when he said he was coming out with a stat, because it's like, let's not pretend everybody wants. Not you two guys. Well, I don't remember who you picked it. Who'd you pick to win in the beginning, Rand? Like
this year?
Yeah. Was it the Bucks?
I think I picked the rematch.
And you picked the Chiefs?
Yeah. Nah, actually I think I picked Chiefs. I think I picked Chiefs Rams.
Can't remember.
I know I didn't have the Bucks in Super Bowl.
But
I picked the Bucks, and I picked them, pretty like close up until like probably all the way through, because I'm like, against it. But my point is, not even just on the show, many people, the Bucks were the favorite to win the championship in the very beginning of the season. So I can't fault his reason for coming back. It's like, you know what, we could run this back one time. But now that everybody got hurt, and he's like, he didn't win. I think he's smart to get out. Like, you know, sometimes the journey don't always win. You don't get your Ray Lewis ending.
I mean, and like I said, football it's harder enough to repeat as champions anyway. Like I said, you rely on 11 other guys to help you win. So it's been one hell of a career for Brady, man. I do honestly feel blessed, man, that like we lived during a great period of time where we got to see all these great athletes in many different sports.
Kobe, Tom, Usain Bolt,
Griffey,
Barry
Bonds,
Gabby Douglas, Simone Biles,
Serena, yeah.
Man. Shit, that's crazy. Golden era sport, niggas, bro.
I feel like who are I got to see some Barry Bonds, but I don't know if he's really our heir.
He was still playing in 2000s.
Barry Bonds our air shit.
Yeah,
okay. You know, you don't want to steal nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do no stealing.
He's one of ours.
Ken Griffey.
He can definitely, age through errors.
Yeah, and shit, and say we starting to see the next era. So,
yep.
Stephen Curry. You know what I mean? Stephen Curry. He is the greatest shooter of all time. That's crazy to be able to say that.
Facts. All right, so we just really talk about it just quickly. I know I didn't have this in the rundown. Where does Tom rank as far as the greatest athlete across all sports?
When you say athlete, are we talking career? Or are we talking about
ability?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about
career.
Are we talking career?
Yeah, I'm not talking about physical athletics.
Okay, I was about. Okay. He's number one to me. With Jordan being number two. I don't know. Bill Russell could be number two, but
I will have.
Yeah.
You're talking about resume, man. You're talking about GOAT resume. Wow, I already told y'all know I got Kareem, my number one GOAT.
Bro. Think about this though, real quick. Let me talk to you, Ryan.
Talk to me.
He got 7 championships, and he's first in every single quarterback category. I'm not even gonna go down the list. And every single one named it, he's number one. Touchdowns, passing, number one.
And he's not number one in the negative one either. He's not first in interceptions.
Who's that? Favre?
Yeah, Favre by a long shot.
This nigga. Nah, man. I think he's top 5.
That's tough. Who you got?
Top 3. Top 3. I'll say top 3. Top 3. Because you gotta think, bro. He lost two Super Bowls, bro. He lost 3. 3. Oh, he lost 3. Yeah.
People don't even make it to 10 Super Bowls.
Right. Okay, so in that case, you saying LeBron is the GOAT in hoop then, right?
But he done lost way more than he. 7.
Okay, he said, but you hear that, T?
Well, LeBron could be the GOAT. We just see how we got it. He could be the GOAT.
Very well could be. He still got ways to go. Well, I don't say ways to go, but he still got ways in his
career. Is Kareem undefeated in the championship games? I don't know the answer to the question. I'm just asking. I'm genuinely asking.
He lost to Jordan, 91.
He lost how many to Bird? 2 during the 80s.
Yeah, he definitely. Now, I wouldn't always finish. I'll say, y'all know Kareem, my goal. I was thinking it out. He's in my goal hoop. He's still in my goal hoop. But you think overall sports, bro, I might have to go with. You're talking about overall resume. I might have to go with either Muhammad Ali or Jordan, bro. Like, this nigga is just he's a black Jesus, dog. that's my top 3. My top 3 is probably Muhammad Ali, in no order. Jordan, Ali, and Brady. Probably my top 3.
I gotta go. Brady's in my top 5 for me. Like, and he's not 5, so I put him like 4. So he's the top 4. For me, Jordan, number 1. And then, like, for me, like, also, like, you got to throw Serena at that top 3. You have to.
I forgot about Serena. Damn.
The way she dominated, but tennis, bro.
I forgot about Serena. She's top 5.
Bro, go
Any
ahead.
player above MJ or Ali for me though, or Brady. But go ahead, T.
And then we ain't even mentioned like Tiger Woods yet. I mean, a lot of people got him in they would say top 5. I mean,
He up there, but
he's in my top. He's in my top 10.
he's my top 10. He up there. He up
So
there.
for me, I'm going Jordan. Ray, I think you convinced me with Kareem. He's very overlooked. Won a championship with 2 different teams, MVPs with two different teams, all-time scoring leader.
Dominated high school and college. I mean, it's this guy.
Man,
Jordan, Kareem, Serena. Brady 4.
I'm not putting Kareem over Michael Phelps.
You ain't got Ali in there? You ain't got Ali in yours? You got who?
I
like Phelps.
I'm probably going Tom, Jordan.
There's really no bad answer for any of these. By the way, guys, there's really no bad answer.
I'm probably going Tom, Jordan. 3 is interchangeable, really. Even Serena or Phelps, though. But for me, Tom and Jordan are the top 2 for me.
Ali, for me, I mean,
he's just great, man.
Don't get me wrong. He's the greatest for sure. He's the greatest for sure. For me, though, I just feel like he's more love. Not saying he's not love for boxing, but for me, it's just he impacted things outside the boxing ring than he did in the boxing ring.
That's why I got him up there for me, just because of what he did outside the ring, as well as what he did in the ring. Of course, what he did in the ring was phenomenal. What he did outside the ring was just, it just took our people to another level too. So that's why I got him up there too. But all very good points. And like I said, there's really no bad answer for these. Everybody we're saying is definitely top 10 qualified, top 5, top 10 qualified.
Yeah, just your preference.
Facts.
At the end of the day, so this has been Down to the Wire 513. Make sure you give us a follow on everything Down to the Wire 513. Say, man, what a wild time it is for the NFL. Quickly switching to the association, man. This Ben Simmons drama, man.
This guy.
I told you I was done a while ago.
Well, update. He already lost $19 million in fines.
19
million.
I think something's about to happen soon because he just came. It reported that he finally is vaccinated. So I think something is about to hopefully happen.
Call me like, hey, bro, look, just go get these shots right quick, bro. We might have a trade for you, just so you know. You know what I'm saying? Word on the streets, Brad Bill, Ben Simmons. But the hold up is Washington also wants Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, Tyrese Maxey.
Or who was he gonna say? Thibault too. One of those two. They want one of those two with them. And of course, Daryl Murray, cheap ass. He not going. He like, nah, fuck that. Y'all getting Ben Simmons and that's it. But yeah, that's the latest. Ben Simmons, I think yesterday he was saying he think they're gonna wait to try to get James Harden in free agency. We don't know what's gonna happen. Our signing trade with Brooklyn, because Brooklyn ain't get rid of him this year. Brooklyn already said we're gonna stick with what we got this year. Try to win a championship this year. KD is dwindling down, as we can see. He always getting hurt every fucking year now. They're gonna try to win this year. They need all 3 of those guys. So I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a pivotal year this year. Brooklyn don't get it done. They breaking up. Guaranteed. James Harden leaving this summer. He's out of there.
I don't understand why James Harden wants to dip though. I don't feel like it's a better situation to go to.
You want? I think. Oh, you're right. You're right there. I think that's the best situation for him to be in. But I think he fed up with the whole Kyrie shit. I think he like, man, this nigga is fucking nuts. Get me out of here.
I agree with that too. Kyrie, that's your boy.
He like, I just want to hoop, and this guy, he's doing every interview. He's saying some other shit about life and all this. I just want to hoop, bro. Hoop is life for me. And KD, I just want to hoop. This guy got all the other shit going on. I'm just trying to hoop. So I think that's kind of why he went out.
Yeah, like I said, I think this the whole pandemic messed that situation up.
Yeah, honestly.
It's unfortunate. Like I said, unfortunately we going through this time, but yeah, that just messed that whole situation up. And then the state of New York, like I said, mandating vaccination for Kyrie, and then we are been down that road. So that's why I think James Harden wants out. But Philly wouldn't be a bad destination. Yeah, around we talked about it a little bit before there. The only thing is, can Joel Embiid stay healthy? But I think a healthy Joel Embiid and James Harden is championship material.
Oh yeah,
I don't
think so.
I don't believe in James Harden. But I do believe in Kevin Durant, which is why I picked the Nets, and Kyrie Irving. James got to show me some championship pedigree for me to. And I'm not telling you it's impossible, but I'm just not picking him to win it.
Nah, I feel you though, because both of them guys haven't really showed you much. I mean, Joel, same thing. He got to stay healthy. Last year, he was still playing the playoffs, but he was out there on one leg. You know, out there playing on one leg basically. So he got to stay healthy. Same thing with James. He always, for the most part, healthy. Sometimes he gets hurt sometimes, but in playoffs he be coming up short in the playoffs. So
you got to show me some championship pedigree first. You feel me?
Got a point, man.
Well, I don't think he's gonna be able to show you that in Brooklyn though. Like I think
yes he can. I can explain if you want me to.
Go ahead.
You know, he just has to play well. We don't expect him to get 40 every night, but we just expect him to show up and do what he does best. You know what I'm saying? And in the playoffs, he'll have a situation to where he's the reason they win a couple times if he's playing the way he's supposed to be playing. And we'll be like, you know what? Without them, I don't know if he would have won it. Even though if they might have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, the Nets had to, because you could see, you go back to the Houston days, like it was a few games in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, James Harden was the reason they won the playoffs. It did ultimately end in a championship. But like, what if Harden balls, but the Nets fall up short again, and it wasn't his fault? Then what?
I would still be probably saying he has to show me some championship pedigree.
Exactly. That's what I'm.
But only you got to win. Winning cures all. Whether it's right or wrong, winning cures all.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, so NBA trade deadline is 8 days away now, February 10th.
Damn, it came out quick.
Time flying.
That came out quick. Yeah, man. So we gonna see what happens with that, cause definitely gonna be some moves to be made out there. Everybody being kind of, you know, a lot of different directions going right now. But I think if you ask me if I had to pick right now, I would say Ben Simmons gets traded before deadline.
I do too, and like I said, my biggest reason is just because he's back. He got vaccinated now.
Yeah, it's just too many moving parts right now, and the whole thing with Washington. If I had to guess right
and
now,
19 million reasons why too. It's like,
yeah, or nah, it ain't really on them. That's on him for real. Shit. But they saying it's weird the way shit going. They saying that he reporting to the facility every day because he has to technically. But they saying like he can't. He don't practice with the team. He like setting up his own 5-on-5 runs and shit. Like he's going through a lot of different shit, just trying to make sure he's staying in shape and shit. So it sound like he's getting close to being able to play somewhere. So I think if you ask me, I would say he gets traded. If I had to guess, I'll probably say Washington right now for Brad Beal.
All right, Ben Simmons. Like I said, trade deadline is fastly approaching. Also another thing that's fastly approaching, man. NBA All-Star Weekend. It's crazy how that they both almost tie in together. It's crazy that the trade deadline is actually before All-Star Weekend. It's usually after.
Yeah, usually after.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that awkward time where Boogie got traded.
So. No, I know y'all are not the biggest fans of this event, but they announced slam dunk contest participants. Jalen Green, Obi Toppin is back in it. Juan Toscano Anderson and Cole Anthony.
Definitely a good group. I think. I'm excited, man. You know, you already know my guy Jalen Green, man.
Right. We just kind of heard the excitement in your voice about who you
That's
wrote.
My guy. I ain't saying I really want to, but that's my guy though. That's my guys we know from just this past draft run. But that's my guy. So shout out Jalen Green, man. Shout out Cole Anthony too, Tar Heel Nation. You know. So if I got to pick, y'all do picks. How you want to do it?
Yeah, no, go ahead. You go ahead and pick.
If I had to pick, man, Obi didn't really do shit last year. He was in it. He kind of let everybody down last year. So I'm not going Obi this year. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go Cole Anthony. Small, I think he's the smallest guy in the lineup. Those small guys have a lot of eye popping dunks because when they do stuff, make it look even better because they're so small. He ain't that small, but he's the smallest guy in the lineup. So I'm gonna go Cole Anthony.
I'm gonna run my pick back from last year. I was one of the guys high on Toppin. I think what he learned last year, him being a returning guy, he knows what to expect. I think he'll sneak out and win it this year. He'll do something crazy this year.
You should.
You bet.
You should. You honestly should. What you got, Doc?
Bro, I don't even watch this event. I haven't watched it in like the last 3 to 5 years. It's
3 to 5. Nah, you
probably
watch.
like 3 years, man. I don't like the fact that the Stars don't do it, so I'm not interested.
So no pick.
And no pick. I'm not interested.
So you don't like the fact that it can help build a star.
Yeah, I don't care about that. It's All-Star weekend. I'm trying to see Dame Lillard. I'm just putting out. I'm Dame Lillard, the Stars, but Ja Morant. Now you said that Ja Morant, okay? I'm interested. Oh boy, that bounce. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm interested, but with these guys, and that's the thing about it. When you look back at the old days, when you look, the Stars used to do it, bro.
Yeah, you got a point.
Some years.
So,
yeah, it was some years with Stars in. Before Jason Richardson was an All-Star, he was doing it, and that made him a star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It made him a star. It made Andre Iguodala a household name. Nate Robinson household. Josh Smith became an All-Star after. Like it makes stars.
Yeah, and that's fine. I and I'll cheer for them. After they become stars. I'm not interested though. Just being admittedly so. I could have sat here and just made up a name right here, but this down to the wire. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't watch the event.
Well, something that you are interested in, Duke, North Carolina this weekend.
I'm not interested in that.
Hey, you know what?
I'm not interested in that.
You know what? Unfortunately, I'm not that interested this year. It's something about college basketball.
But fans are back. I know last year you talked about the fans played a big part. Fans are back.
You remember what I've told you off air a lot. I've started to see it more on TV now, but like something about college basketball just don't feel the same. Like, we waking up Saturday and it was a big deal. Maybe it's I don't know the household names, I don't know the players or something. I'm watching some of the games, but it's like college basketball in general hasn't been, to me, it's been some good highlights, but it hasn't been as exciting this season.
Oh man, I think he getting old. He was like, back in my day, that might be something old age, brother.
It might be, man, because I was a big college basketball guy, but it's like it just hasn't been as fun to watch.
Y'all got a squad. Y'all have a squad
for sure, but it just hasn't been as fun to watch.
Not a Coach K last year either.
The rivalries don't feel like rivalries right now. We used to live for rivalry week, bro.
It's probably because we suck.
I would say, North Carolina ain't what they used to be.
We just suck, but
I don't know.
I mean, lately I've been trying to watch a little bit more college basketball, man. Like I watch. T talk about.
Before I was out and I was telling you guys most of the God, this now it's just like it just don't feel the same. I've been watching more NBA than and I really wasn't into the NBA. I was the guy on the show that didn't get into the NBA really, really into it until after All-Star Weekend. Now it's like, I don't know. It's something, I don't know, bro. It's just different. Maybe I am getting older. 30. Maybe I'm just turning into a born old man. It's possible. But Duke is going to beat their ass. Let's just call it what it is. Take that, Rand.
We trash. I mean, ain't nothing to take to. Yeah, it's facts. We suck. So.
Hope Hubert Davis gets it together. I don't want to see him get fired. I mean, that won't happen this year, but if he doesn't get together, North Carolina likes greatness, so he will get fired. So please get it together, Hubert Davis.
No, we just trash.
All right, that's Saturday, February 5th. Also, swing back to All-Star Weekend. The Rising Stars, they announced their participants. I'm interested. We talked about last week. It's a new format this year, so I'm interested to see how everything unfolds. So they announced the rosters and the Ignite players. I haven't been following the G League Ignite, so I haven't heard any of these names. Rand, you probably school us on most of them. Margin, Beauchamp, Dyson Daniels, Jaden Hardy, and Scoot Henderson.
Yeah, I've heard of Jaden Hardy and the Scoot Henderson kid. Both those kids are pretty solid. Have not been diving into the Ignite as much this season, but I'm excited that you see those guys get opportunity to get some of these NBA players for sure. Seeing how Jalen Green and Jonathan Kuminga are playing this year, both came from the Ignite, and both are two of the better rookies in the league this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players at mid-season play against some of these guys. In their first, second season in the league. Even though it's going to be like an all-star setting, it'll still be cool to see.
Rick Barry, Gary Payton, Isaiah Thomas, and James Worthy are the coaches of each team. And they
James Worthy, big game. James, let's go.
Yeah, he one of the coaches.
Shout out, big game. That's my guy.
And they'll pick from a list of, just to name a few: LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, Cole Anthony, Evan Mobley. As I said, just name a few. Obviously, rookies and sophomores, and plus the G League Ignite. 7-on-7 teams. So,
hey, the league is in good hands, man. These young guys, you got some young ballers in the league. Young ballers.
I agree. I am gonna watch that event. I'm just waiting for the NBA to give us what we want. Give me that one-on-one competition, man. I've been waiting to see it.
I don't know. We're gonna hit that on the show, but T-Mac started a one-on-one league.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, T-Mac started a one-on-one league. We'll definitely dig up more information on that and report on that. But yeah, T-Mac trying to start up a one-on-one league, man, for all ages 18 and up. So it's gonna be lit.
For me, I just think the one-on-one, the All-Star, like, I don't want to see it now because like the matches I wanted to see, like guys are probably going to do it now. Like I wanted to see LeBron, KD one-on-one when they was both in their prime.
They might still do it. It don't take a whole lot
They'll
of.
be the same. They'll probably still do it.
Half court, they might still do that. Like,
yeah. Especially if we do like they do like in like when they play in the Olympics, just do it like where they one shot. They ain't like chasing the ball down and shit. If you miss a shot, dead ball, check it back up. Ain't doing that chase the ball down shit. But yeah.
That's one reason I enjoy the Rising Star, because you will get that one. It would just be two random guys, and they just like both get hot, and they go after each other.
They're going hard, man.
Most infamous two I can remember: Brandon Knight, Kyrie.
That was crazy.
That did Tim Hardaway Jr. and Deion Waiters, man.
Yeah, it was going back and forth, man. So legendary Rising Star games right there.
NBA All-Star Weekend, man. That's I do enjoy, one of my favorite times of the year.
That's for sure.
My last thing I have on the docket tonight. Keith Thurman is back in the ring tonight. This weekend. Saturday.
We got. I'm not hip.
He's fighting Mario Barrios. Decent fighter.
Yeah.
Is it?
I saw him fight. I want to say either his last fight or his second to last fight. I seen Mario.
Is it worth the crack streams? I mean, buying the fight. It's worth it.
I mean, Keith Thurman definitely worth.
Did you hear
watching the fight? That's why I said watching the fight. I'm not gonna say the B word, but he's worth watching the fight. I'm not gonna say how we're gonna obtain watching that fight.
Come pull up and watch it. They got the bottle of Casamigos on ice and something. Come on, man. Let's watch it. Down to the wire, link up. A live reaction.
I don't know how that's gonna be, but the weekend might be crazy with the weather, but we'll see.
Oh, man.
And if Mario,
I don't leave the house in the winter time. I'll be staying in the house, but I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe we'll come to you.
Pull up.
Say look. Who said? We ain't say who's where that to be.
Pull up. I ain't talking. But yeah.
And if Mario Barrios' name sounds familiar, he fought Tank last June.
Yeah, that's when I'm watching. Tank beat his ass.
Yeah, it was ugly.
That's Tank. That's Tank.
So so basically, I think he's moving up a weight class. So that's something for you. Something for y'all weekends. Duke, North Carolina, Thurman, Barrios, and the Pro Bowl if y'all interested. I know we're not. I know
I'm not.
This has been Down to the Wire 513, episode 218. Make sure you give us a follow on everything Down to the Wire 513. Just Google us. Easiest way to find us. Appreciate everybody who tapped in with us tonight.
For sure.
Y'all brothers got anything else? Other than be safe out here in this crazy weather if you're in the Midwest.
Be safe. Get out the road. They say it's could be nearly impossible to drive because of the ice. It's not the snow that's the issue; it's the ice. So just be safe.
Yeah, be safe out there, man. You know, don't do nothing you shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Black History Month too, man.
Yes, man. Shout out Black History Month, man.
Shout
out Brian Flores, bro.
I have a Black History Month fact for y'all next week. It's for the rest of the weeks we on. I'm gonna have a Black History Month fact for y'all.
Let's get it, man.
All right. With that,
Aaron Bland, Randall Palmer, Josh Evans. We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Peace.